Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Well, it's great to be here in Palm Springs. Welcome to the 62nd Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show. For more than 6 decades, this is the event that brings technology experts together for networking and training. We are delighted to have you with us here in Palm Springs, and I encourage all of you to take advantage of the training, networking, and professional development opportunities over the next 4 days. Throughout my 5-year tenure as chairman of the AEA Board of Directors, I've made it a tradition to welcome those individuals who are attending their very first AEA convention. So if this is your first time attending a convention, would you please stand? For the rest of you who are convention veterans, please seek out these first-time attendees this week, introduce yourself, and offer them a warm welcome. And we can start right now with a round of applause for these individuals who represent the bright future of our industry. Thank you. Since March of 2014, I've had the honor and privilege of serving as AEA's chairman, and I'm eternally grateful to have helped lead such a wonderful organization, full of passionate avionics professionals. As I complete my term as chairman of the board, I want to thank the association's membership for the opportunity to serve and the confidence you entrusted me. After first being elected to the board a decade ago, back in 2009, I was extremely fortunate to have served under great chairmen such as the late Barry Alward, Greg Vail, and Gary Harpster. I'm thankful to each of these 3 men for their previous service as AEA chairman during my time on the board. I'm also excited that we have 2 former chairmen with us here today, and I'd like to recognize them both, Paul D. Herrera and Greg Vail. Thank you, Paul. Gentlemen, thank you for being here and for your service to the AEA. As we come together in Palm Springs, it's only appropriate to begin this important week by taking a moment to recognize our hardworking members who currently serve on the AEA Board of Directors. Elected by you, the AEA membership, these individuals are the professional men and women you have chosen to lead the AEA into the current year and beyond. Each of them dedicate many hours throughout the year in volunteer service to our association. May I ask the AEA Board of Directors to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. As many of you know, the AEA was founded 62 years ago in 1957. For more than 6 decades, our association has certainly benefited from the wisdom and leadership of all those individuals who have come before us. It was just 2 short years ago in New Orleans when we celebrated 60 years of the AEA. Together, we have built a rich history that should always be honored and cherished. While I don't know exactly how many former board members are in the audience this morning, if you have ever served as an AEA board member, would you please stand and be recognized with a round of applause for your leadership and service. Thank you. Another group of individuals who work tirelessly behind the scenes all week and for us throughout the year is the amazing AEA staff. Paula Dirks, Mike Adamson, Deborah McFarland, Rick Perry, Linda Adams, Jeff Hill, Aaron Ward, Lauren Garcia, Jeff Kirchhoff, Katie Reiser, and Rachel Hill. We thank you for the work you do day in and day out, and let's give the hardworking AEA staff a round of applause. This morning, I'm extremely honored to recognize and congratulate Garry Joyce, who has been elected to serve as our next AEA chairman. This week, Garry begins serving a 3-year term that will run through March of 2022. Garry has served as our board vice chairman since March of 2016, and I'm thankful for his leadership and wisdom during these past 3 years. As president of IAE Limited in Cranefield, England, I'm proud to say that we are making more history today as Garry becomes the first AEA chairman from Europe. This certainly reinforces the fact that the AEA is truly an international organization. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please extend a warm welcome to our next AEA chairman of the board, Garry Joyce.
morning, thank you. And thank you, David, for your service these past 5 years as our board chairman. Under your leadership, our board and staff members were privileged to have such a steady hand at the helm. I am extremely honoured to be the chairman of the board of this fine association, especially, as David mentioned, to be the first outside of the US and Canada. From my initial introduction to the AEA at a European regional meeting back in 1999, I recall being blown away by the enthusiasm of our membership to come together and share knowledge and experiences, something I truly believe makes our association and indeed our industry quite unique. Throughout my time being involved with the AEA, this has always been the case, and that's the reason why I felt the need to get more actively involved in committees and eventually being elected onto the board of directors. So, as we look forward to the future, I'm confident that the AEA will continue to address the critical issues facing our industry. This includes finding qualified technicians, building healthy relationships between OEMs and their dealer networks, and working with international regulatory authorities to improve safety and streamline certification processes. So back to David. David, without a doubt, you leave big shoes to fill. I look forward to your continued service as our immediate past chairman and welcome the experience you bring to the table. So please, ladies and gentlemen, join me in thanking David Loso of Gulfstream Aerospace for his long-standing service to the AEA as a board member and as our chairman for the last 5 years.
Aero-News Network's coverage of the 62nd Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show, live from Palm Springs, California, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors.
For all the pilots, mechanics, and installers, plane makers, aviators, and explorers, we are your technicians, inspectors, designers, and engineers. Your right seat, your compass, your base. So rock your wings, slice the horizon, set your own course. Know that we'll be there. Our expertise reflected in each instrument we rebuild or repair. In the products we design, reimagine, and invent. We certify and test, evaluate and inspect. In the power we harness from tip to tail, we connect you and protect you. So blaze your own trail, because our people, our products, our promise flies with you. We are Mid-Continent Instruments and Avionics. It's who we are. It's what we do.